It's Lucy from My Crazy Craft Life, and today I'm here with a design team post for Scrapping for Less. I'm going to be making this fun step-up card, and I'm going to kind of show you how to do this. So you're going to start out by needing an 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece of paper, and then I'm just drawing lines so I know where I need to cut. Now where you want your steps to be is how you're going to decide how you're going to cut this. But I'm looking at it, and so for this one I'm looking at the step up card facing me, and the steps are on the right. And so I'm just drawing a line in the area where I'm going to cut. So where you cut for the steps on the right is 2.5 inches to the left and 1 inch up. And then at the top of the page, you're going to go 2 inches down and 2.5 inches to the left. And then all you're going to do is cut the line, the center line there. It's not completely in the center, but it's that line that's drawn at 2.5 inches. And you're only going to cut from the 2 inch mark to the 1 inch mark. That's it. And then you're going to score that area at 2 inches, 4 inches, 5.25 inches, 6.5 inches, and 7.5 inches. And then kind of on the other half of the card, you're going to score at 4.25, just like you would for a standard A2 size card. So the card will fit into a regular A2 size envelope. And then you're going to start out with it looking at you, and the stairs are on the right, and you're going to go do a mountain fold, a valley fold, a mountain fold, a valley fold, and a mountain fold on the stair portion. And you're just going to kind of bend that half down where you scored it at 4.25. And that's it. So that is your card base that you're going to be making. Now, I am using the Superhero collection, which is collection number 1 from the April Flavor of the Month card kit from Scrapping for Less. And I'm going to stamp these images. And then I'm going to do some coloring with some Copic markers. And while that's going on, because I did cut the paper that I decided to use, and I'm going to let you know what I cut that at. So the large area that you're going to have is actually 3 inches by 4.25. So when I made the front panel for that, I cut it down to 2 3/4 inches by 4 inches. So that will fit in there. Now the largest step, the step in the back, is 2 inches by 2.5 inches. So I ended up cutting that to 1 3/4 inches by 2 1/4 inches. The next step down is 1 1/4 inches by 2.5. So I cut that down to 2 1/4 inches by 1 inch. And then the last little step is 1 inch by the 2.5. And I cut that at 3/4 inch and 2 1/4 inches. Now, I've made these cards before, these step-up cards, and sometimes I put the entire bottom piece across, and if you're going to do that, you would do it at the 3/4 inches to give it that frame, and then 5 1/4 inches strip is what you would put all the way down there at the bottom, and then that would bring you to about 3.5 inches total for the area, or 3 1/4 inches, I'm sorry, for the area. So then it would be 2 3/4 inches by 3 inches, and that would be the panel that you use on there. And then after I, like I said, put all the papers on and stick them in there, I do this coloring. Those are the markers that I used. I did not do fancy coloring. So I didn't leave all of the coloring in here. I just left a little bit of it because it took quite a bit of time to color all my little stars. And then when I cut the stars out, and the images, not just the stars, but when I cut the images out, I used my scan and cut to cut those. The other thing I did to the images after I cut them out with the scan and cut is I took a black marker. I have an old Zig marker that I use, or I actually have 2 of them that I use all the time to edge them. And I like to edge them, especially when you have a lot of small areas and they may not get cut out perfectly, or there might be a little white left for me, I like it covered up with the black, and it just makes it look a little more finished, and you can't see all the errors, or if it's not cut exactly perfect, or if there's a little bump in it and all of that type of stuff. You can't see it as well or as easy. So that's why I really like to do that edging on, especially because I don't leave the border around the images when I cut them out. Now, if you leave the border around them, that doesn't really matter. But for me, like I said, I like to cut the images right at the image line and then, border them that way. So then I took, as part of this kit, we got these letter stickers, and I found all the letters to spell out thanks. And so I am just trying to figure out how I'm going to make that fit so that it's fairly even, which I end up having to do it a couple times to kind of get that all straight. And then I'm going to play around a little bit and kind of figure out where I want to put everything and how I want to put the images on there. I kind of had an idea of what I was thinking about prior, but just at the end to kind of make sure that that's where I want it to go. So I stuck the girl superhero up on the steps, the flying boy here, superhero, he is flying through the air. And then I am going to stamp the sentiments. So where the thanks is, I'm going to stamp "You're awesome." And then I'm also going to stamp on I get a star die cut and die cut out a white star and then a little bit larger blue star from the pattern paper that is part of this collection to layer it up, and I use the sentiment for that I still believe in heroes, and then I'm going to add that on there. Now I stamped the sentiment on white, and then I just used some of that red pattern paper to give it a panel on the back to give it a little bit of a frame. And that little stamp there that said "I still believe in heroes" fit perfectly into that star, so it was very nice that all worked out well. And then I just, like I said, layered those up. I layered the sentiment "You're awesome" up. And then I will start edging the stars, but I do cut most of that out so you don't have to sit there and watch me edge all of them, because it does take a minute or two to kind of get through. Now what's kind of cool is with this that I like about the step ups is you can actually have things hanging off the steps or even hanging off the other side, and it's not going to affect it as long as it doesn't go over the 4 1/4 inches. It will still fit perfectly inside of the envelope without any issues whatsoever. And like I said, it will still fit just perfect right in there. So then I took the stars after I edged them all with the black, and then I just started placing them all around the card and just kind of decorating up different areas of the card with the stars. And after I get through putting all those stars on, that is pretty much it for this card. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. This Flavor of the Month kit was sold out within a couple days, so you want to make sure you get over there and subscribe. And like I said, subscribe to this channel. I appreciate everybody taking the time to watch these videos, and I hope you are enjoying them. Everyone, stay healthy, take care, and have a great day.